I'm encouraged because even as a partisan overall, I mean, as somebody who's involved in politics, it's been depressing over the last 25, 30 years to watch a steady decline in voter turnout. And I mean, apathy, I mean, there have been many people smarter than me with many degrees who have tried to figure it out. Nobody really has. Hopefully it's more youth getting involved. I don't know. I'm still kind of skeptical in that regard. I think it was more in the 25 plus category, and really in the 35 to 55 category, I think was the biggest increase. But overall, I think that's always a good thing to have more people involved. I mean, when you look at it, it's an answer to the hard work all those campaigns put in. When you know it's a hard race, I mean, a good politician always goes out and fights as much as possible. But again, when you look at Brian Massey in Windsor West, nobody really expected Brian to lose. So they go out there, they still put in the work, they put in the signs, Brian's out there knocking on doors, but now he's got resources that he can shift to someplace like Windsor Tecumseh or Essex, where, I mean, their polling tells them they have a chance at winning. The way to win is putting more people in there and doing more work. Windsor Tecumseh is a kind of a unique riding in it runs almost all the way to downtown Windsor, to all the way out to the edge of Tecumseh. Very big demographic divides in terms of income, occupation, everything else. Core vote for the NDP is probably stronger than a lot of people have imagined. The Liberals, like I said, I give credit to Frank Schiller for doing a lot of hard work. He's rebuilding that. I'll take a degree of credit, along with many other candidates that work for as conservatives in there. I don't think a lot of people expected them to do as well, even with a star candidate as Joanne. I mean, star candidates they're kind of like a poison flower. They're really, really gorgeous, beautiful looking on the outside, and they can seem very attractive, but there can be pluses and minuses. Were there people that didn't like her municipally? And did that have a factor? You don't know all the time until you go out there and do that work, knock on the doors and find out. I think some of the initial polls had showed there was potential, there was a weakness there. I think the Liberals certainly helped. The Liberal surge, I think, helped the NDP there. They've won that riding in the past. I mean, it was NDP under the Mulroney years for 2 terms. They've put in a lot of work in that riding provincially and federally. Taras Natashak ran federally there, has run successfully provincially. So they have a solid core team there. They have a lot of good data, a lot of good people. So it was always going to be a much tighter race, I think, this time, regardless of where the national party stood. It was going to be a tighter race. We're always different. I mean, I don't know why, we have this, Canada or Ontario ends at London, and we're constantly looking up the 401. Where we are completely different, always have been. I mean, different dynamics and different ridings. Like I said, I'm turned 50 this year, and I've only had 2 MPs in Windsor West, Herb Gray and Brian Massey. And a lot of people forget that. Windsor West is a huge, very incumbent sort of riding, where Windsor Tecumseh and Windsor West have changed back and forth over the years between Windsor Tecumseh between the Liberals and the NDP. Essex has changed back and forth between all 3 parties. So it's, as I said earlier, it's kind of it's a degree of reading tea leaves. There's some astrology thrown in there, with some good old-fashioned hard work politics. I mean, you have to go do all of them and do them really well and cross your fingers sometimes and hope to win. I mean, there's no guaranteed recipe other than doing the hard work.